I never expected her to break before the machines did. The room smelled of antiseptic and wilted flowers, her breath rattling like a broken clock. She looked smaller than she ever had, bones jutting, eyes sunken. But her words were still sharp enough to pierce. "I told him to cheat on you," she whispered, the corner of her mouth twitching as though it pleased her. "Told him it was the only way to get rid of you." I didn't move, not even a flinch. She'd waited until her body was weak enough, fragile enough, to finally confess the rot she'd planted. Then her eyes fluttered. "I didn't treat you well, but I'm about to tell you 2 secrets. Record them. Then leave. Immediately." So I pressed record, my hand steady, my silence steady. The beginning. There was a time when I thought she loved me, or at least tolerated me. When I married her son, I was naive enough to believe we were building a family, not wading into a battlefield. She had smiled at the wedding, but her grip on my hand had been hard, punishing. "He's all I have," she said. I laughed it off then. I didn't see the warning. The years that followed were quiet wars, small sabotages, invisible cuts, meals forgotten for me at family gatherings, a lingering whisper in his ear when she thought I wasn't watching. But the betrayal didn't come from her hands. It came from his. The cracks. I noticed first in the way he hid his phone. Not clumsy, obvious hiding, but careful, calculated, always face down, always locked. Then the late nights at work, the rehearsed excuses. One evening, as he showered, I saw it. A message flash across the screen. "I miss you already." The pain was instant, hot. But I didn't scream. I didn't throw the phone. I memorized the name. I memorized the pattern. He stepped out of the shower, humming. I smiled at him, kissed his cheek. He never saw the storm beneath my skin. The shift. I learned to play the part of the loyal wife while studying every move. Receipts slipped into his wallet, hotel bookings under false names. I documented everything, every lie, every call, every whispered working late. And when I was ready, I waited. I didn't confront him. I wanted him to bury himself in the comfort of my silence. Then she, the woman he was betraying me with, made the mistake of calling during dinner. I watched his face pale as he excused himself, fumbling. He didn't know I was recording. The first thread in my tapestry of revenge. The deathbed. And now, here. Her voice rasping in the sterile room, spitting out venom even as her lungs failed. Secret 1. She admitted orchestrating it all, whispering in her son's ear that I was too good, that I would leave him first, that he should cheat before being cheated on. Poison wrapped in motherly concern. Secret 2. She confessed that she had been draining his accounts for years, funneling money into an account he didn't know existed. "He'll never believe you," she rasped, "but you'll find it. Bank of Ashmore, account ending 9421. Her chest rattled again. She exhaled, eyes open but empty. That was her final gift. Malice disguised as confession. I stopped recording, slipped the phone into my pocket, and walked out without looking back. The play. I didn't go home, not yet. I went to his office. He was still working, sleeves rolled up, pretending to be the man I once thought I loved. I set the phone down on his desk, pressed play. Her voice filled the room. His face drained with every word. His mother's confession, clear, undeniable, venomous. He tried to speak, but his own mother's betrayal cut him down. Then came the second revelation, the account, the money she'd siphoned. His entire foundation cracked in one recording. I leaned forward, my voice steady. "You destroyed us because she told you to. And while you were betraying me, she was betraying you." He sank into his chair, hands trembling. The man who once thought himself clever, now cornered by 2 women, one dead, one alive. The final move. I had already transferred the files to my lawyer, the evidence of his affair, the financial betrayal, everything lined up neatly for divorce proceedings. But I wanted him to sit with the sound of his mother's voice, to feel the truth gnawing at him in the quiet hours. I left him there, broken, staring at nothing. Resolution. People ask me if I felt sad walking away from the ashes of my marriage. The answer is no. Sadness is for people who still hope. What I felt was clean, precise, the way a surgeon must feel when excising rot from a body. She thought her final words would wound me. Instead, they armed me. And as I walked out of that office, divorce papers already in motion, bank accounts already shifting, I realized something. They had tried to erase me. But in the end, it was their own secrets, their own betrayals that destroyed them. All I had to do was listen.